Off-road racing of the toughest kind, the Baja Mill. Ever since 1967, it's been an absolute highlight for rally fans. The drivers cover 1,000 miles on the Mexican peninsula, Baja, California. 20 to 30 hours from Ensenada to La Paz non-stop. There are no special contests along the route. All that counts is reaching the finish first. The Baja Mill has become a classic. Professional rally driver Armin Schwartz is now taking part for the first time. He's entered his all-German race team in the marathon rally with 2 buggies and 6 drivers.
It's
tough competition here, but that retreats into the background as soon as several people come together. Doesn't matter whether they're people who are celebrating the event along the course or drivers you meet on the way. One little example is the pit stops, a great service here. I can drive into the pits of another team at any time and say I've got such and such a problem. They get out the welder and weld something up or tighten the bolts, fill the tank if we're running out, and so on. Of course, a good team is important, and the right vehicle. A race buggy with 730 horsepower, 135 miles an hour top speed, and an impressive 60 inches of suspension travel. As you can see, everything's really on a huge scale. These pipes are bypasses. You can see the different stages. The more the springs are compressed, the more of these valves come into play. And that's why you can drive relatively fast, even on the very tough sections. Because of the course, most of the bumps get evened out by this long travel and the really good twin-pack springs. And they can cope with quite a bit. Leaps of up to 30 yards, for example. Of course, everything in the buggy has to be functional. You have to be able to climb in and out quickly, so the steering wheel is detachable. This cable is for the radio link, so that I can talk to the service people while we're driving. These are normal fuses. Those switches are ignition, fuel pump, cooling fans, for example. Very important in the buggy is the air supply to the helmet, controlled here. We have a system that blows fresh air into the helmet via a little compressor. The cars start at 30-second intervals. Armin Schwartz is the first off. Over 1,000 miles of rough tracks and cross-country routes, some fast, some slow, through a desert, over rocks, along narrow paths that are only suitable for motocross bikes. A challenge for man and machine. Each of the 560 or so teams pursues its own strategy. Some lone drivers hold out for 30 hours or more. The all-German race team has 3 drivers per buggy. Night shift, Armin Schwartz climbs out after 350 miles at the wheel, exhausted but exhilarated. He hands over to his American teammate, Bret Hartman. A minute or so later, the chase is on again, the length of the peninsula. But on the second leg, disaster strikes. The buggy suffers an engine failure. They try to fix it, but it's no good. Buggy number 101 is out of the race. Third driver, Matthias Kahl, has waited 20 hours for his turn in vain. Huge disappointment all around. Then it's the turn of the second buggy in the team, the clutch. But after an hour and a half of hard work, the lads in number 108 are able to carry on. We were very disappointed because when we set off, I don't think any of us thought about it. We just said, we'll keep going. We wanted to gain experience, and if we could finish in the first 10, then we'd be very happy. As it turned out, we were 4th overall. It was a great surprise, but in a way even more disappointing because you say to yourself, hey, we might have made it onto the podium. But this time, it was the turn of the others. The Americans, Andy McMillan and Robbie Gordon, were the victors. The all-German race team is defeated but not downcast. They want to enter again next year, just to show they can triumph over the Baja Mill.